The Red Raiders are in an interesting spot. They play on New Year's Day in the college football playoff, but less than 24 hours after, the transfer portal opens. The Red Raiders have to be prepared. In today's video, we'll discuss 3 potential quarterbacks that I think will enter the transfer portal that the Red Raiders should target. Who are they? What are their skill sets? Let's discuss. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here with the Red and Black Report. Appreciate y'all tuning in to today's video. It should be a good one as we will discuss 3 quarterbacks that I think Texas Tech should at least reach out to within the transfer portal, that I expect them to actually enter the portal, because it's weird. They've closed the window quite a bit, which I think is a good thing, because if you know anything about the college football calendar, it is completely fucked. That being said, they did get the transfer portal at least kind of right. We'll see how it goes. It opens on January 2nd and then closes 2 weeks later. So every team in the country has to be prepared, and that includes teams in the playoff. And the Red Raiders are one of those teams. So the quarterback position is interesting for Texas Tech. You think about the situation that the Red Raiders are in. Will Hammond tore his ACL earlier this season. And in my opinion, you cannot bank on Will Hammond being 100% going into next year. I just don't think you can do it, because you have to keep this momentum if you are the Red Raiders in order to continue the program in the right direction. And you have the schedule, if we're being honest, that you could go out and no joke go 11-1 again, 12-0 if you get the right quarterback. So in today's video, we're going to discuss 3 quarterbacks I think Texas Tech should call, engage their interest. And then the last one we will discuss is the guy that I think, if the Red Raiders were to land him, they could potentially be national title favorites. Let's get into it. All right. The first one, you see him on your screen right there. It is Drew Mestemaker, the UNT redshirt freshman. He will be a redshirt sophomore going into next season. His 2025 stats: threw for 4,000 yards, just over it there in Denton, 36 total TDs, 7 interceptions. He is one of the most unique quarterbacks in all of college football due to his story. This is a guy that did not start a high school game. He did not start a game in college until his obviously redshirt freshman year. And the last time that he started a game prior to this season in Denton was in 8th grade. Eric Morris, now at Oklahoma State, his coach there at UNT. You would suspect that Drew probably follows suit, but if not, I think Texas Tech should at least reach out. Is he my first option? No, I'm telling you, the last guy we will talk about here on the channel in this video today is the guy that I think Texas Tech should throw the Brinks truck at. I really do. Okay, but Drew Mestemaker is a guy that I think would thrive in a Mac Leftwich offense. It's very similar to what Eric Morris ran at UNT. That said, there is more run game in the Texas Tech offense, and I think he would fit seamlessly into that role. That being said, I don't think Drew Mestemaker is a realistic option from the standpoint of this. I think the Red Raiders are going to go after a guy with 1 year of eligibility left, because they don't even want it to be an issue when Will Hammond is ready to go in 2027. So Drew Mestemaker is talented. I know some Red Raider fans want to go after him. I think you give him a call, you see what it is. But at the end of the day, I think he follows suit with Eric Morris to Stillwater and is the starting quarterback for the Oklahoma State Cowboys in 2026. All right, the next guy we're going to talk about, Jaden Craig, the Harvard quarterback. In 2025, he threw for just over 2,850 yards, 2,865 to be exact. He had 28 total TDs and 7 interceptions. This is a guy that has been, Ivy League player of the year from an offensive standpoint. He is a bona fide stud at the quarterback position. When you look at the measurables, he's 6'2", 215. He's mobile. He can sling it downfield. He is a guy that would fit seamlessly into a Mac Leftwich offense. Full stop, right? That's what would happen here. And he is a guy, in my estimation, that Texas Tech should reach out to, and maybe is a fallback option if they are not able to get the guy that we will talk about here in just a second. But in order here, we'll talk about the last guy. That should be your first phone call. I don't think Jaden Craig would be a bad fallback option. That being said, I do think he'll probably stay up north, maybe play in the Big Ten, but he will be transferring out of Harvard. He has already announced at the time of this recording he will enter the transfer portal. He will be a graduate of Harvard, pretty damn cool with an economics degree, and he will be looking to enroll early to get a head start in spring to try and win a job somewhere across the country. And I think Texas Tech could be an option if they weren't able to land the guy that we'll talk about here in just a second. Now, there's a lot to unpack here. Again, I kind of laid the foundation of the Will Hammond side of things in the sense that does Texas Tech go for a guy that they think could be a bridge and just, hey, you'll start the first 6 games and then it's Will's show from there? Or is it Will Hammond is going to just rehab and we're going to make sure that he is 100%, right? In the sense that maybe we even try to get a medical for him next year, whatever it is, right? I think Texas Tech is going to be smart about this because there is a lot of wiggle room here in terms of the Will Hammond coming back and his trajectory and his timeline, right? But you have to be smart about this if you were Texas Tech. And that's why I think they will go after one quarterback in particular very aggressively. I don't think Texas Tech is going to be the only team that goes after this guy, but it is a guy that Red Raider fans are familiar with. He is from the state of Texas, so it would be a homecoming of sorts, right? But this is a guy that is proven at the Power 4 level that he is a star, in my opinion. And maybe if he were to come to Texas Tech, would increase his draft stock to the point of we're talking about him being a first-round NFL draft pick. I think he is that good, okay? I also want to say this. It would not shock me whatsoever if this guy goes to the NFL. But I do think he is a guy that we're about to talk about. I promise. Just let me lead it in here. That could come in and really decide, okay, let me see my options in the portal. Okay, I'm actually going to go to the NFL because I'm getting good grades that maybe I'll be drafted in the 2nd round or maybe a day 2 pick, so 2nd or 3rd round, right? Maybe he decides to go that route. That being said, I think there is a real scenario that this quarterback is the highest paid player in this portal cycle. I truly believe it. Let's go ahead and get down to business. You see him on your screen right now. His name is Brennan Sorsby, quarterback at Cincinnati, threw for 2,800 yards this season, up for the Bearcats, 36 total touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I truly believe if the Red Raiders were to land him and he was the quarterback in 2026 for Texas Tech, now obviously they would have to go out and replace the David Baileys of the world, Romello Heights, and that's easier said than done. But with the talent they have coming in from the high school ranks, with the talent that is coming back and what Texas Tech has proven now they are willing to do in the portal, and I don't think that you would just go in and get Sorsby and not go get anyone else. I think Texas Tech, if they were to land Brennan Sorsby, would legitimately be a national title favorite. I truly believe that he is the perfect, and I mean perfect, fit in a Mac Leftwich offense. He is mobile. He is an absolute gunslinger. He is methodical downfield in terms of the vertical passing game. And what have we heard Mac Leftwich talk about more than anything else this year? The downfield vertical passing game and how it opens up everything else in your offense. Brennan Sorsby would be the perfect fit for Texas Tech. There were rumors from Rich Neuheisel, who has a Sirius XM radio show, that there are multiple teams willing to pay Brennan Sorsby upwards of $4 million. I understand that NIL is a great, great thing, and it is a foreign concept to some, and some people just flat out don't like it. I'll tell you this right now. Texas Tech should do everything in their power if they are serious about going out and getting a difference-making quarterback, do everything in their power to go get Brennan Sorsby. I truly believe if he came in to this Texas Tech offense with Mac Leftwich as the offensive coordinator, with the return of Cam Dickey, with Jacoby Williams likely coming back. You've got Terrence Carter Jr. with eligibility to return. You've got multiple offensive linemen that can return next season for Texas Tech that have double-digit starts under their belt. You could have Reggie Virgil back potentially, right? Multiple other playmakers on the outside, right, would come into this offense and just light it up with Brennan Sorsby. I think we would be talking about a top 5 offense. I think we would be talking about a preseason top 5 team because, again, if you go out and land a guy like Brennan Sorsby, if you are Texas Tech, that is not the only guy you're landing in the portal. He is going to be a guy that really, oh, yeah, I want to go play with that guy when it comes to the offensive side of the football. And then you get defensive players too because, oh, I know the offense is going to be good. That's going to make my life easier on defense. And also, damn, I get to play for Sheil Wood on the defensive side of the football. Hell yeah, sign me up. This is a difference maker at the quarterback position. There is going to be a laundry list of schools that are interested in him. And I fully expect if Texas Tech does decide, and I expect that they will, to go after a bridge quarterback, i.e. a guy that will play this year and then is out of eligibility and the keys are handed to Will Hammond, Brennan Sorsby is at the top of their list. He is that good, and I think he truly is a guy that if he played in the Texas Tech offense, could take Texas Tech offensively to heights that are similar to what we saw early on in the air raid type system. Obviously a little bit different, but he's that good. He's from Dallas. It would be a homecoming of sorts for him, and he would fit seamlessly into a Mac Leftwich offense, and I think have Texas Tech as a preseason top 5 team in the country. All right. See him on your screen right there. Those are the 3 quarterbacks I would reach out to. I think Brennan Sorsby has to be at the top of your list. Yes, even over Sam Leavitt. I don't know where Sam Leavitt will go, but I want Brennan Sorsby more than Sam Leavitt in this Texas Tech offense. I think he is that good. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button to stay in the know on all things Texas Tech football all year long. It's a weird time here, right? We've got almost a month until Texas Tech plays either Oregon or James Madison in the Orange Bowl. The portal, we have to get ready for that because we have to keep you updated on who potentially could be on the 2026 Texas Tech football roster, right? And Brennan Sorsby, Jaden Craig, maybe it's Drew Mestemaker. Who knows who's playing quarterback for Texas Tech? But we'll keep you in the loop on everything we're hearing. And again, these are 3 guys that I personally would reach out to if I was Texas Tech, and Brennan Sorsby is at the top because he is a bona fide difference maker at the quarterback spot, and the talent he would be surrounded with would truly propel this Texas Tech offense into the top 5, and you know they're going to spend some money on the defensive side as well. All right, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As I mentioned, I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe and Wreck 'em Tech.